Yeah, thank you. Well, just a couple of things first. Just congratulations to South Carolina. Thought they played really well today. Um, Thought they were tough. You know, we always talk about toughness, and the game honors toughness, and I thought they were really tough today, and so congratulations to them. You know, you're never ready for today. Um, I don't have the words. Uh, you have we have four special seniors, and three of them are up here right now. Shay's been with me every day that I've been at Texas, 5 years. Taylor's been here 3, Rory's been here 4, and Leah Moore's been here 4. But you're never prepared. Like, I don't ever write notes down in case this happens because I don't want to speak it into existence. So, you know, it always catches me off guard even after 40 years. But one thing I'll say about this group, several things, but number one is, man, what a blessing. God blessed me with an incredible group of young ladies that have won 35 games. They're SEC champions. They went to the Final Four. They're just an incredible group of young ladies. And it's hard for them, you know, for Taylor and Shay. Rory has an option, but these two don't. It's the end of the road for them. And it's a hard day. You don't want it to end. You want to play on Sunday. But, you know, we ran into a good team today, and we didn't play that well. I think you can sum up our issues today with a 9-point third quarter. And we shot 31 and 28% in the second half. And that, you know, when Booker got in foul trouble in the first half, that seemed to be when things kind of changed a little bit. And it's, you know, it is what it is. But I couldn't be more proud of a group of young ladies. They have represented our university with integrity and class. Their commitment, each of these three, if you were to come to a practice, you better get there an hour early because you're going to see all three of them. And their commitment to being elite, to being excellent, and then their commitment as teammates is really quite remarkable. You know, y'all, as a coach and in recruiting, sometimes you can look and you go, well, I'll get another 2 guard or another 5 player or whatever. Sometimes you'll replace the position, but you might not replace the person. And these kids right here are the best. And I'm just a better coach, better father, better husband, because I've been able to see them each and every day. Again, not our best night tonight, but it wasn't because they weren't out there battling and trying. And, you know, we lost to a better team tonight. And again, you have to give your opponent credit. So I'm very thankful for Shay and for Taylor, Rory, Aaliyah Moore. Again, Shay's been with me every day for the last 5 years. I don't know what it's going to be like walking in a gym next year and Shay Holly ain't in there. Might feel like death. You know, to have somebody that's been around. I'll say it right now. I'm trying to convince her to stay on my staff, but she's so stinking smart. She's got an undergrad in 3 years from the Combs School of Business and a master's in the next year. And but, you know, Taylor came to us. She was coming off of several injuries at Oregon State, and she still battled those the first couple of years. But this year she has been as tough and as solid as a rock and has not whimpered one day. And, you know, I've seen her grow, and her growth is going to allow her to have an opportunity to play long after today. And so I was telling her, I remember standing out in the parking lot up in Pennsylvania when she committed to me, and I was screaming and hollering like an idiot. And I'm sure people were driving by going, "What's wrong with Coach?" But you remember these things, y'all. And, of course, Rory, I recruited so hard when I was at Mississippi State, and she's got an option, and, she has a chance to do some different things. So we'll kind of wait and see what that looks like. But, it's a bittersweet day for all of us, but awfully proud of this team. And, again, I think everybody at the University of Texas, and especially me, we're grateful for these young ladies and what they've done for our program and for our university. They have all been so positive, and we're better off for them.
With that, we'll open up. We'll start right here on our right and work our way over.
Howard Megdal, the next. Congratulations to you all on a great season. Shay, one for you, and Rory, one for you, if I could. Jordan Lee with the 16 points and coming through when, especially when Madison had foul trouble, she had 7 of them. Just kind of take me through what you saw from her.
Yeah, Jordan's done that for us all season. She just makes big shots, and I think it's really just a product of the work she puts in. He says we're in there an hour early, so is she. She gets shots up every single day, and she made some really big ones, some timely ones for us today, and she's done that in other games. But that's just, she's a good shooter. She just puts in the work, and she deserves a moment like this. She always performs no matter how big the stage, so she has a really bright future ahead of her for sure.
And Rory, for you, I don't want to put you on the spot, but as you figure out what it is you want to do, what's going into that thought process? How do you plan to figure out, you've managed to return from injury in an incredible way and ahead of schedule. Has your thinking about this even evolved over the past few months as you've physically felt different?
You're not putting me on the spot. It's okay. I've been getting asked this quite a bit. But I had to really think about what was important in the moment, and that was, like, what these people around me deserve. It's, like, my full attention, 100% effort. But, yeah, family decision, family things to talk about. I got to really, hone in on that, but that's not anything I want to tell to the public right now. So appreciate that.
We're staying to our right.
Lindsay Plotkin, Longhorns on SI. Shay, you're leaving college as the winningest player to ever wear the burnt orange. Just how proud are you to have brought this team to the Final Four, and just how would you sum up your career at Texas?
Yeah, I think, like Coach said, it's been such a blessing being on this team. Like, that's the best word for it, is just a blessing, because not only are they obviously incredible basketball players, but just all of them are such good people and such good friends to me, and they'll always be that, and I'll always be there for them. But, yeah, I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better last year, going to the Final Four with Coach Schaefer and this group, and just seeing, like, the work that we've put in every single day and just the program that he's built since 5 years ago. It's crazy to look back on, definitely a weird feeling today. But, yeah, just a blessing overall. Just all 5 years I'm super grateful for it.
We're staying to our right in the front row.
Dennis Delapena at Fox 7 Austin. For Shay and Rory, as leaders of this program, you have 4 losses all season. 3 came to South Carolina. They're a borderline dynasty. How close are you guys to? You beat them once, but what is the difference, do you think, in the 2 programs, and how close are you guys to getting to where you do beat these guys more than they beat you?
Due to time, let's have. Did you ask that question for all 3? Shay and Lori. Okay, we should be good. Go ahead.
He said your name first, Shay.
Coming in, this is our first year in the SEC, being able to be co-champs with them of the conference, that's not a small thing to do, go 15-1 in the league, the toughest league. And I think this group has really shown a lot of growth through that. And, you end up playing this team 4 times, and they're really good and really talented. Like Coach Schaefer said, you have to give them credit. But we also know what we're capable of, and we're definitely, not satisfied with that at all. And I think this team has, and under Coach Schaefer, all of his teams have the potential to get here every single year and make it to Sunday. So yeah, I think obviously we're on the right track. We've had a really, really good season. And yeah, those 3 games being to them, I wouldn't let that define our whole year at all.
Yeah, what she said. I'm sitting over here realizing like we lost 4 games this season, we only lost to 2 people, 2 teams. Obviously, give credit to South Carolina and the other team that beat us, but like Shay said, we're 35-4, and we lost to 2 teams. So that in itself just shows like how hard we can push and how great we are through adversity as a team, and it just shows like how our passion for the game of basketball and just our passion for each other.
Take our next question to our left.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports here in Tampa. Ladies, we all know the last place you want to be right now is up there, and thank you for coming out. Taylor, what's the one positive memory you're going to have from this season?
Yeah, there's definitely more than one, but I mean, I would say making it to the Final Four. This is something that I have never done, and that no one on our team has done player-wise. And I think that although we could say that we ended the season on a sour note, but it was an extremely fun year, and winning games, of course, makes it extra fun, but just being a part of this team and this group of girls, and I think we just got along so well, and we always just had so much fun. And I would say just being with each other, because at the end of the day, I think it comes down to the relationships that you have with the people around you. And words can't describe how thankful I am to be a part of this team and to be surrounded by just amazing people, people that always want to see you succeed. And I think everyone on teammates, support staff, everyone at the University of Texas since I've been here has wanted to help me succeed and has always invested so much into my career, and how I would not be where I'm at if it wasn't for every single person that I've come in contact with at the University of Texas. And I'm forever grateful for them trusting me and allowing me to be here.
We're staying to our left.
Rory, in the third quarter, what do you think just kind of went wrong for y'all out there?
We only scored 9 points and they scored 20, so that's kind of went wrong. But we let their run accumulate, and that's kind of what we talked about not doing. And so yeah, I think it was just that quarter, it was the last game. It was just one quarter and that we couldn't put together, and so. But yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't remember exactly what happened in the third quarter. I'm just looking at the score, but yeah, we couldn't get enough stops. We could score a few times, but we just couldn't get enough stops. So
We'll take our final 2 questions. We'll go here, and then Kurt, you'll be last.
Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman. For Shay and Taylor, when Texas breaks through and wins it all, how much pride will you guys take in knowing that you were the first to get Coach Schaefer to the Final Four here at Texas?
We'll start with Shay.
Well, I'll be in the stands when that happens for sure. I want to witness that. But yeah, I'll always have a lot of pride in being a Longhorn, Longhorn for life for sure. And getting to be under Coach Schaefer all of my 5 years here has just been so special. And I can't wait to see him reach that goal, because I know it will happen. And I'll make sure to be in person when it happens too.
Yeah, I think she kind of said it all. I, of course, hope that I'll be able to be in the stands too. But I mean, I would just have a lot of respect for them, because I would know how hard it was to get here, and so how hard it would be to win it all. I can't wait to see that day.
We'll take our final question from Kurt.
Yeah.
Rory, Kirk Bowles from the Houston Chronicle. When Madison got her second and third foul with like 21 seconds, how much did that emotionally deflate the team? And do you feel like that kind of shook your team's confidence?
Did y'all? It's a game of basketball, and it was a rough game, physical game. Of course, we wouldn't want that in a situation. Someone we go to a lot offensively. So, yeah, it kind of did start there. It was a little shook, like we were a little shook up a little bit. But we got to be able to learn how to bounce back from that. And we kind of did a little bit, but like I said, the third quarter really was the burner. So, yeah.
I want to thank you for your time today. And congratulations on a tremendous season.
Thank you.
The mix zone will be open for the next 14 minutes for the student athletes on the dais, and we will entertain questions for Coach at this time. Give me 1 second. We're going to start in the front row, and then we'll work our way around. We can get over here on our, on our left-hand side. I apologize for not giving that good direction.
Thank you. Danny Davis, Austin American States, and Vic. And when Madison picked up that first foul early on, did you think at all about pulling her, and how much did her foul trouble, hurt y'all in the first half?
Yeah, I didn't think about it at all. I mean, you watch us last year. She knows how to navigate that, and the second one came pretty quick. Again, I think when you get that first one, you gotta understand you certainly can't get the second one, and you sure can't get it 22 seconds later, however many seconds it was. So that was a big swing for sure right there, and but it's part of the game. And again, still I got a lot of trust and confidence in her that she won't get the next one, and so I didn't think the one on the sideline was a foul. You're going to go off of that and allow everything else that happened in the game. It's not it. But it is what it is. It was right in front of me.
We're going to stay in that row. If you could raise your hand, we can get the microphone to you.
Hi, Coach. Marley from Sports Capital Journalism Program. I know Shay's been with you since you came to Texas, and she came to Texas at the same time. She's gone to the Elite Eight with you, and now she's made it to the Final Four with you. What's it been like to have a player like Shay on your team?
Marley, when you get into coaching, you deal with a lot of different people. And when you have a group of young ladies on your team, whether it's 12 or 15 or anything in between, everybody's got a different personality. Shay Holly has been a rock. She's as consistent as any kid I've ever coached. All she's done is help us win. We've been to 3 Elite Eights plus a Final Four, so 4 Elite Eights that turned into a Final Four. She's won 4 conference championships. She's the all-time leading winner in basketball, male or female, in the history of the school. When you coach a bunch of different personalities, when you get the one that every day doesn't have a bad day, walks into the gym with a smile on their face, never has an excuse or a cop-out, is accountable for everything and anything, wants to please, never asks why, how come. You don't forget those kind of kids. And the thing is, as great as she's been for me to coach, I know she's been equally as good as a teammate. If you ask our kids, you got a phone call at 3 a.m, you can't call coach, who you calling? Probably Shay Holly. They better call me, but if it's a player, it's probably Shay. but kid's a winner. She's a great kid. Her parents are incredible people. There's not enough time in the day for me to rave about her. So it's going to be hard. You know, it's going to be hard walking in the gym and not seeing her. She's probably the most athletic kid on our team. Like, we're on the track in August and September. I'm always worried the track coach is going to come out there because he's going to get her to be a heptathlete. Like, she's unbelievable, off the chart athletic. She's the fastest kid on my team. You don't want to get in a race with her. I don't care if it's a 50, 100, 220, 400, or a mile. She's going to win it and make you look bad. So she's special. And, you know, other people recognize it. You know, you wouldn't, you know, you might be surprised. I'm not. But I've had phone calls from people in the league asking me about her. Most unassuming, but again, people in the league, you got so many people that need the ball. She don't need the ball. She'll be a great teammate. She'll do whatever it takes to win, and she'll help you win.
Go to our left-hand side in the plaid, if you could raise your hand and get the microphone to you.
Lindsay Plotkin, Longhorns on SI. Coach, as much as this one stings right now, how bright is the future for this team having players like Bree and Jordan who played so well tonight? And just what does this experience mean for you to have players like that coming back next year?
Well, it does sting. It's crappy. But the kids put it best. We lost 4 games to 2 teams this year. Howard, tell me when that's ever happened. Like, that's hard to do, lose 4 games to 2 teams. But it just, again, I think it shows my staff's done a great job. We've done a great job evaluating kids and recruiting. Those kids have been impact kids all year long, you know, both Bree and Jordan. And, you know, you have her, those 2, you got Madison. That's 3 young kids that are really, really special. And it won't be easier tonight or tomorrow, but it'll be easier waking up knowing them 3 are around, you know. They're competitors, and again, they're kids that invest in their craft. You know, we talk about it all the time. The game's real fair. You get out of it what you put into it. Those 3 put a lot into it. So I'm excited about those 3. You win with guard play. That's 3 pretty good ones.
We'll shift to our left.
Coach Schaefer, David Jones with Urban Media Today. You've seen this team, like they said, four times. You pretty much know everything that's going to happen. Do you think there was any difference today that was outside of a defensive? Did they do anything different?
Yeah, Davey, you know, we got off to such a great start offensively, and yet we got off to a miserable start defensively in my mind. And I'll give you some examples. 4 or 5 switches. That ain't that hard. 3, 4 switches. It's not that hard. I bet we screwed up every one of them today. And that shows, you know, that I'm a coach, so I pay attention to little things like that. That tells me we're not really focused, you know, for whatever reason. I'm not. It is what it is. And again, the kids know I'm gonna call that toughness or lack of. That's the mental piece, right? And so it was frustrating for me to have the most because I take that personally. It looks like you ain't been coached a day in your life. And I'm over there beating my head in the wall going, where did I fail? That we can't get the most basic 4-5, 3-4 switch. But it's disappointing. But it's focus. I mean, you can hear all them people out there, and we've been in front of a lot of people this year, but it is the biggest stage you can be on. And, you know, we had some other really easy things that aren't that hard for us that we've handled all year that we didn't handle tonight. It's kids. I'm in the kid business, you know, and, you know, it just, for whatever reason, we didn't handle some things tonight defensively that they know I take great pride in, and we've been good at all year long, So again, I wear that responsibility. At the end of the day, obviously I didn't convey to them what we were doing and the importance of doing it, and so I've got to be better.
Stay into the middle.
Coach Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports here in Tampa. I believe you made the most telling statement in your opening statements. I can replace the position, I can't replace the player. How many of those intangibles are you going to be having to replace?
Yeah, well, with this one right here, I mean, she's got the total package. Like, you're looking at somebody that's going to be a CEO and a president of somebody's company. Like, I don't know who's out there, but this is who you want. This is who you want running your show. And so when you start talking about those kinds of things and who these kids are, this one, that one, I mean, they all have so many intangibles that, for one, life's hard, and they're so competitive. All three of them are just incredible competitors. And, they came over there to a couple timeouts. They didn't like the way things were going either, just like the coach. And so, it is hard to, people think all the time, well, you go get another player, and you do. There's players out there. There's 1 million of them in the portal right now. But it's just like, I learned early in my young adult, you can get rid of the preacher, and they'll find another preacher to come preach on Sunday. It's going to be real hard to replace the man sometimes. In coaching, it's the same thing. You're going to go recruit other players and get other kids, but man, sometimes when you have kids like this, sometimes it's hard to replace the kid. And it's, for me, again, it really makes me appreciate this group. I had some really great kids, but I had some tough kids, man, competitors. Wasn't our day-to-day, but again, you have to give your credit to your opponent. They had something to do with it.
We have time for one more question. We'll go to the back.
Lindsay Gibbs with Power Plays. Coach, you often hear that you grow more from losses than you do from wins. I know it's really soon after this particular loss, but how do you feel like you grew from other Final Four losses, and what do you hope that your players can take from this?
Well, part of my daily devotional today was, sometimes it's not your time. It's on, we all think we have a plan and we have this great master calendar and it's going to be on our time, but sometimes it ain't on our time. It's on his time. God's got a plan, and I'm going to have a conversation with him because I've had my heart broke now two or three times in these deals. I don't know how much you can grow when Agumbawale throws one off the wall from 35 feet. Hard to grow from that one. But, I choose to look at the blessing of being here, the blessing of being able to be with this group each and every day and coach them and be around them. And, they impacted my life too, and so you can be impatient in life. You can, I'm a why guy. I've lost both my parents, and both situations I'm like, why? And you're not supposed to be a why guy, but that's your flesh. And, I'm a little bit why-ish right now about how we could play today in a way that we haven't played this way in a while. We haven't played like this today. But at the end of the day, it's I think you've got to stay grounded in your faith. I know that there's a bigger plan. I'm not real fond of it right now, but I know there's a bigger plan, and I'm good with it. And I hate it for these kids. Like, I hate it for these seniors that have given so much of their life to the University of Texas, to women's basketball. It's hard. It is. I mean, when y'all have heard me say this. This is not a check for me. This is not what I do. This is who I am, and I want them to be the best they can possibly be. And it's really difficult because I know they're good enough. Like, this team's good enough. We're good enough to play on Sunday. But, you know, we ran into a really good team today, and they had a lot to do with why we didn't play very good. And I've had some experience. I've played them a lot. We've won some and lost some. And but at the end of the day, I'm really proud of these kids, and I'm appreciative of them. I appreciate what they've brought to my life and into our program. And I think if you can live with an attitude of gratitude and be appreciative of your circumstance, no matter what it is. Again, I don't like my circumstance right now, but it'll get better. I'll wake up tomorrow, and maybe not tomorrow, but there'll be a day. But I do think this for sure, and I told them this in there after we wrote down all the positives and all the negatives on the board, and there were plenty. At the end of the day, they're co-Southeastern Conference champions in their first year. They went 35-4, and they went to the Final Four. One game does not define this team. And I think you've got to, you know, I want them to hang their hat on that. Their ring's not only going to say SEC champions, it's going to say Final Four. It's hard to do, y'all. Winning's really hard. And people think it's easy till it ain't. So I really appreciate everybody here. The city's been great. Tampa's been great. I neglected to thank the city of Birmingham last week, and I hate that, so I'm going to thank them here as well for everything they did for us in the regional. But really appreciate the room and what you do for our great game. I know some of you have been around a long time. You've invested your career in the game, and I just want you to know from somebody who's lived it, I appreciate y'all's time and your coverage of my kids. And so are we done asking questions? Yes, we are. Okay, well, they've already missed the first half anyway. In any case, I appreciate everybody in here. Thank you so much for your time. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns.
Thank you, Coach.